Hello, welcome back to our TCAP commentary. Today we're doing Daniel Pulido, the Stone Predator, and this guy has been on top of my list for a couple of weeks now. I've wanted to look at this guy for a while, and I've been watching it by myself. Of course not for the channel, to see what I could say. And oh man, is this guy a fucking bag of tricks? He pulls out one of the best fucking defenses I've seen in a while. Ever since JPW. But yeah, if you like To Catch a Predator, right, check out the channel. We have a lot more videos of To Catch a Predator. So yeah, check that out, and let's get right into this.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Sammy?
Hey,
Sammy?
come on in.
Sammy?
Where are you?
I gotta finish brushing my teeth, okay?
Okay, so I always read these out. Okay, so it's Daniel Pulido. He's 40 years old, aka Daniel with the little line on the bottom, Pulido,
Okay.
Underscore.
Just wait at the counter for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
We had already done
Done.
2 investigations.
2 of them.
Going into this third one, I wondered to myself, what if nobody shows up? I mean, people must know that Dateline is out there doing another investigation. Well, in fact, we had guys show up who had seen our previous shows.
Yeah.
And came in anyway. And Daniel Pulido was one of them. How are you tonight?
It is so crazy, It's like, you literally see the boogeyman, right? Dateline NBC at this time, I believe, was like the boogeyman for all predators, right? And that's how it should have been, right? And hopefully that's how it was. But he's right. Chris is right. If you saw the show, right, why would you go on with it? The way these people justify coming to meet these kids are always so fucking stupid. But they do it anyway, I just don't understand it. I truly don't.
Why don't you have a seat right there, please?
Oh my god.
Do me a favor and keep your hands out of your pockets.
Out of your pockets.
What are you up to tonight?
Nothing.
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 No.
Okay.
Nothing or nothing good?
Nothing good.
Nothing good. Yeah, who are you here to see?
That girl on the internet,
The girl on the internet.
Wow.
And what is that girl's name?
I think it was Sammy.
Sammy.
Yeah.
Right. And how old?
Okay, so he does that cough a couple of more times. I don't know, because this segment I haven't seen, right? I've seen the uncut. This is like some other version, right? He coughs like that multiple times. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him, right? Like the title says for this guy, right? The Stone Predator. I do think he's high. Some people don't. Some people just think he's stupid, which I doubt it. I completely doubt it. That he's just, that's the way he is. I think he's high out of his fucking mind. Like,
How old is Sammy?
there's no other way.
I don't know. She said that she was 14.
And how old are you?
40.
40. And you think it's okay to come
No,
see
it's
a
not.
13-year-old
No, it's
girl
not.
at 40?
It's not okay.
Then why did you do it?
Back again with the flip phone, Fucking these things, man. These fucking devices, man. I fucking love them.
You know what?
What?
It's gonna
That
seem
sound crazy.
crazy,
Try me.
Try me.
but I was gonna tell her that there's a lot of people do that stuff like that. I wasn't gonna do anything to her
Oh,
because
yeah,
it happened to one of my cousins.
And then he goes into this long story about how
Yeah. Okay, yeah. This story is about to blow your mind. Okay, if you haven't seen this segment, you're about to get like completely just from left field. Like, this guy goes into an entire story about his cousin, which I don't think it's true. Dayline tried, like how Chris is about to say, Dayline tried to confirm it, but they couldn't because apparently it happened in Mexico, which it doesn't translate, because they don't know how to look up for it.
Because it happened to one of my cousins.
And then he goes into this long story about how one of his young female relatives had actually been killed by a potential predator. What happened to one of your cousins?
She got raped.
Really?
I think Chris is wrong on that. He isn't saying that the predator or potential predator killed her. I think Daniel Pulido was saying that she's just dead, But fair, why not?
By a potential predator.
By a potential-
What happened to one of your cousins?
She got raped.
Really?
And
By somebody she met on the
yes,
internet?
Yes. And
And how old is that cousin of yours?
She's dead.
She's dead.
She's dead.
Yes.
She was killed?
Oh man. Also, by the way, I'm not making fun of fucking rape victims because I know some people because I laughed at it. This is a fake story. Come on, you can't fucking try to pin that on someone that's real. I doubt it. I completely doubt it. But anyway, back to what I was trying to say. Chris Hansen, like, it goes into like this mode where he's just like talking with a friend, you know, like he just gave you some bad news. He's like, oh, really? You know, like he's like, she's dead.
And
And how old is that cousin of yours?
she's dead. She's dead.
She's dead.
Yes.
She was killed?
Well, the first time that she got raped, she didn't get killed, but she got killed after that.
Your cousin was raped
Yes.
by someone she met on the internet. And how old was she?
She was 16.
16.
Yes, sir.
That must have had a big impact on your family.
Tell me about it.
And
What type of response is that? Oh man, it's like you just told like a fucking very, you know, horrible and traumatizing story, right? Oh, my cousin, you know, was this and that. And then Chris is like, that must have been horrible on you guys. And he's just like, tell me about it. Like, what the fuck? What is this shit, man?
What's her name?
We looked into Pulido's
Pulido's
story, and we were unable to confirm that, in fact, it had happened.
So, based upon that, you decided to come over here and tell Sammy about the dangers of talking to
Yes.
strangers on the internet.
Yes.
And what were you going to tell her?
I was going to tell her, look, you know what? If you keep doing this, I mean, there's no other people like me, but there's other people that is kind of dangerous, and they can do it to you. I know I show her.
Yeah. I wonder what's going on in his mind right now. You know, like I wonder if he truly thinks he's getting away with it. Like, oh, you know, Chris, you have to believe me. You know, I would never lie to you. You know, that I just came over to tell this kid that, you know, she shouldn't be doing this. You know, you gotta believe me. You got to, right? And then he goes on to basically what, you know, seals his deal in a second.
I show myself to her on the internet.
What do you mean you showed yourself to her?
I mean, I show her my webcam,
Yes.
and
And what?
that's the only reason. You know, because I mean, people like that get killed.
So I'm confused. You showed her what on your webcam?
Me,
You
Yes.
doing what?
she's naked
Naked.
to get her attention.
You pose naked on your web.
You know, thank God for Daniel Pulido. You know, fucking he's the one out here doing, you know, the fucking hard work out here. You know, making sure our children, right, are don't fall into harm's way by showing, you know, them his naked body. Like, how does that translate? How the fuck does that translate? I'm not gonna try to make sense of it all. Come on.
So a 13-year-old girl could see it because you wanted to teach her a lesson.
Well,
Lesson.
you can say that.
Yeah. So this is
Oh
like
my
a tough
God.
love thing. No.
I'm not there to be a detective. You know, I'm there to get information as a reporter. And obviously, I'm not going to let them take advantage of me,
Yeah. What?
you know, if I'm getting jerked around. But I'm there to get information, not to, you know, punish these guys.
Well, what is it?
What the fuck was that? What was that? What do you mean? You know, I'm not there to get. What did he say?
You know, if I'm getting jerked around. But I'm there to get information, not to, you know, punish these guys.
Well, what is it exactly?
Whatever.
It's like I told you, just to make sure that, you know, she don't do stuff like
Get
that.
attention. So you sent
Wow.
these. You allowed her to see these
The
pictures
protector
of yourself.
of
This.
Yes.
wherever this is at.
That's you.
That's you.
Yeah.
And you're what? Masturbating there?
Playing with myself.
Playing with yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's
you
just
knew
different
that a
ones.
13-year-old girl was going to see those.
Yes.
And you did this just
Christ.
to teach her a lesson,
Well, basically, yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Do you see why that's hard to believe?
I know, yeah, it is. It is.
First of all, you lied and told her you were 30, and you're really 40.
I'm 40.
I'm
Yes, sir.
40 yet.
You say you're cute. You don't look 13. You ask where she is, just asking because I'm naked. Right. You ever see a naked guy before?
That can go on before.
You ever feel a blank before?
A blank.
Yeah.
Wait. You know, I looked at my phone for a second. Why? Come on, man. These questions are always so fucking, you know, incriminating, and you know, thank God they are. But it's like he goes. It's almost like Steve Buchanan's. You know, I mentioned him a second ago with like the protector of Fairfield, right? Fairfield. Now it's you know, Anthony. Is it Daniel Pulido? Jesus Christ, I can't even fucking get my names right. Anyway, yeah, he's a protector of wherever this is at. You know, he's just doing this, you know, to fucking help all these children, right? But what I was gonna say was like, you know, he says that, and then he gets pinned down by the chat log saying, "Oh, have you ever felt a blank before?" You know, like why the fuck would you say that? You know, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't translate on the chat logs. You know, and of course they never will because they're always lying. Predators, they'll never be truthful to like 100%. Maybe they'll just admit it, right? But there's a that's a given. You shouldn't ask for that, right? You committed a crime and there's no denying it.
Feel blank before.
Blank.
Yeah. What have you done? Did you like it? How old was the guy? Will you give a slang for oral sex? But remember, I'm 30. It sounds like you wanted to date her, not teach her a lesson about the danger.
And I just realized the people that lower their age, right? There's a bit of a lot of premeditation that goes, with that. Well, not a lot, but you know what I mean. Is it you think over more than what a normal person would? It's like, oh, I'm 40 years old, and you actually are 40. Oh, like, is that okay? But these people, they switch their age because guess what? They're like, oh, they actually might not like someone that old, so let me make myself 10 years younger. That's a lot of manipulation right there, right? It's shit. It's something to take note of. A lot of predators do that.
I mean, I guess she would have learned about the dangers of the internet had I not been there and had she been here, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna make it sound like that, so they can believe you.
And have you done this sort of thing before, where you've tried to teach a girl a lesson?
No. This is the very, very first time with this.
Very first time. Why
You've
even
never
talk
done this
to
before? So fucking good. You've never done this before. And also, I don't know if you heard him, but Chris, basically he puts Daniel in that position that he like was defending against, right? Saying that, Daniel just says that he doesn't want her to know or learn in a bad way the dangers of the internet. And Chris says, right, she would have learned that if you were here with her alone, basically insinuating that, he would have done something real bad, which he probably would. And then Daniel responds saying, why you have to make it sound like that so they believe you? That's what he said, I believe. And, it's like, how could you say that, really?
Teach a girl a lesson?
No. This is the very, very first time.
Like, he showed himself naked to this
Why
decoy.
even talk to somebody who you think is 13 years old, huh? It was stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid.
So why don't you?
I'm gonna tell you straight up. I had a stepdaughter.
Yeah.
And she was 12 weeks separated from my wife. I have a 5-year-old kid.
Right.
And my stepdaughter, and she was, at the moment, she was 14.
Mm-hmm.
And she was doing the same thing, playing on the internet.
Right.
And she met a guy.
I don't mean to, basically humify, whatever the fuck it is, Daniel, but the way he's talking like this, right? Because he's Mexican, right? He's of Hispanic descent or whatever. This conversation, I hear my Mexican parents and uncles and shit talk like this, and I don't know. It comes familiar to me, I guess. But in this context, definitely not, right?
He wasn't old enough.
Playing on the internet.
He was like 17, but she was 14 at the moment. And I swear to, I got so pissed. I even told my ex, you know what? I don't want her.
Okay, basically what I'm trying to say is that it sounds like chisme, which is basically just what the fuck is it called? Gossip is gossip in Spanish. Chisme is gossip, right? It just sounds like that. It sounds like it's the two friends, talking in a kitchen. That's what it sounds like. Of course, but that's not what's happening.
17, but she was 14 at the moment. And I swear to, I got so pissed. I even told my ex, you know what? I don't want her. She's not gonna go by the rules in the house.
So wait.
Let me get this straight.
So you're telling me that you had a 14-year-old stepdaughter who met a guy on the internet to have sex?
No. She met him, just to be friends.
To be friends.
And
that upset you?
Yeah,
so you're upset and you didn't want her meeting guys on the internet. So you walk into this house to meet a 13-year-old girl. Why is that okay?
As a parent,
true. He's right.
When somebody comes in and tells me a story like Pulido did about how his stepdaughter had met somebody online, and he's all upset about that when it comes to his stepdaughter, but he's willing to walk into somebody else's house and meet somebody else's daughter? I mean, that's the ultimate hypocrisy.
Man, just call him a hypocrite. He's right. He's right, of course, 100%. It is crazy how he said, right, he was really fucking pissed that his stepdaughter met someone online. I believe they were, they were both minors, technically, right, I believe. But, how does that translate? He's right. He's a complete hypocrite, right? He got really pissed that his 14-year-old daughter met, a 17-year-old guy, I believe he said. But then he's here You know, 40-year-old man, old ass fucking dude, right? Meeting a 13-year-old girl, right? And especially after, you know, everything he did on the chat logs, right? The sexually charged conversations, the showing of his genitals, right? It's insane.
Would you be okay if a grown man of 40 years old walked into your home to meet your daughter?
Yeah.
Then why is it okay for you to do this?
I know, it's stupid. Very stupid.
To understand.
So that all that stuff about teaching her a lesson and being the protector, that's a big lie. Then.
No,
it is a big lie. Doesn't even fucking try. Like the jig is up, all right. This is not. They don't believe you. Of course, no one would.
Why couldn't you just tell her in the internet? Why couldn't you just say this is a bad idea? You're young. You shouldn't be doing this.
Shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, it's true.
Why not call this internet service provider and say, look, there's a girl here. She might be in danger.
I don't know how that would work. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Call the internet provider? What the fuck? Is the internet provider like some Avengers group that I don't know about? Is he just saying like call the internet of the girl and say like, oh, this girl is, you know, over here trying to solicit, you know, or whatever? I don't know.
But you didn't do any of that, did you?
No.
No, you came here. Did you bring condoms with you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I did.
You did bring
What
condoms.
the fuck?
And
Man, what a fucking tactic, right? He's like, no, you sure? Yeah, I did. What the fuck?
with you.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I did.
You did bring condoms.
Yes, I did.
And what part of the lesson
I wasn't gonna use them. I was gonna give them to her.
you were going to give her condoms?
And tell her, look, if you wanna do this, it's on your own.
All right, so you just came over to tell her it's a bad idea to talk to guys on the internet, but if you're going to talk, here, use some condoms. Danny, that doesn't wash.
I know.
It doesn't wash.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna start using that. Holy fuck, that is a good ass line. Banger line. Danny, that doesn't wash, you know? I had to fucking start using that. I had to force myself to start using it. It doesn't wash, right? When something doesn't add up, which that's, you know, what people usually say it, but I'm gonna have to start saying, right? It doesn't wash. But yeah, the story is that he brought those condoms to basically just give them out for free. Like, what the fuck? Come on, man.
Sorry.
Why don't you start again and just tell me what your
again.
plan was tonight?
Just a minute.
Just to meet her.
Yeah.
But the condoms, the sex talk.
I know. I never done this before. I mean, I have never been in problems with the police.
Do you ever watch TV, Danny?
Yes.
Do you ever watch Dateline NBC?
Yes.
Have you ever seen our stories on computer predators?
Yes.
This is one of them. Now, if there's anything else you'd like to say for yourself,
I would like to hear it.
then obviously you're free to leave.
Thank you.
I think some of these guys truly believe that Dateline can't be everywhere. You know, what are the odds of it happening to me?
That did I mention that? Anyway, it doesn't matter. That is it. That is legit it. These people truly think that, you know, Dateline will not be in their fucking city, right? That's why they do it. They're like, oh, you know, right now they're in Kentucky, right? They're not gonna be here in Texas with where I'm at, right? And then someone goes to the house and then gets caught, you know. Of course, the chance and greater scope of it, right? NBC can't be everywhere, right? And neither can the police. But there is always a chance. It's never zero, right? Nowadays, like, you know, Chris Hansen is like an on and off fucking switch, right? But there are internet, you know, YouTube predator catchers, which, you know, they have my respects, right? You know. But anyway, yeah, let's just keep going.
Law enforcement can't be everywhere.
Yep.
I'm not going to get caught.
Walk all the way to
exactly.
the street.
Stop.
Turn around.
There's another group of guys who I think,
Guys.
you know, are so caught up in the chats and the addictions of the porn sites that they get to a point where nothing will satisfy them but a face-to-face meeting. And
Yeah. I remember when I was hating on Chris, basically saying, you know, that the internet and, you know, social media and stuff breeds these type of people, and I got it hard in the comments, right? The people were kind of telling me, right, that I was wrong and that he's, you know, Chris Hansen's right, and I see it now. My viewers told me, right, that it escalates, right? It goes from watching regular porn to watching, you know, this messed up kind of porn to, like, you know, then trying to actually meet up with these kids, and I see that. It is truly 100% possible for that to happen, right? That is probably how it starts.
that's when they blur that line between fantasy and reality.
Yep.
And that's when we see them show up at one of our houses.
Coming
Turn around
on.
for me. Put your hands behind
Is
your
that
back.
it?
I'm doing it out of a
my
fantasy,
God.
not out of.
How can it be a fantasy when you send a picture of your penis to him?
I said, Okay, are the sex pics? And she said,
Okay, 12 years old. The girl's 12 that you're talking to.
Chris Urban, oh my god. Anyway, yeah, that'll be it for Daniel Pulido. Yeah, I like this guy. He's pretty fucking funny in my eyes. But yeah. Anyway, this is my most recent video that I've recorded. The videos I've been posting recently were like probably from like 2 weeks ago, right? Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Holy shit, we actually fucking did it, right? I would have never thought it, right? It's crazy. I've said it multiple times to you guys, right? But I started off as a viewer, right? You know, all these TCAP commentary channels, I didn't really see them as like normal people. I know that doesn't make any sense, but like, you know, I just got gassed up, right? I used to edit videos of like me and my friends playing video games, right? I had a mic stand, I had a mic, so I was like, fuck it, you know, I really like To Catch a Predator, right? No one that I talked to, could share the same interest of TCAP with me, right? So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just upload videos and see what happens, right? See if I can get a conversation going at least. Because, you know, like I said, I really like TCAP. No one in my friend group really cared. So I went to YouTube and I posted my first, you know, video. Fucking John Dupay. What a fucking legend, right? But yeah, thank you so much, man. All the congratulations from you guys. Fucking make me happy, right? I am backed up on comments, I do think, right? So just give me a little bit of time, right? I'll get to those, all of them eventually, right? We'll get to that in a minute, right? But yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, right, subscribe. You know, we're gonna reach 100,000, you know, soon, right? But yeah, anyway, yeah. I'll see you next time, and have a good day. Enjoy yourselves.